Good morning, everyone. I'm Maria Arabi Santos, representing Marikina Polytechnic College, to share to you our best practices on digital pedagogical skills amid and beyond pandemic. Though we are still in the process of developing a sustainable, flexible learning setup in our college, we are taking initiatives and exploring various pedagogical and technological strategies that would fit our students on different technology courses we are offering. My presentation includes our practices in designing and developing instructional materials, building community in flexible learning education, and sustaining smart and flexible learning in the college. Since we are given the freedom to design and deliver learning programs that suits our capability, we are able to assess our faculty and students' needs and be able to provide a suitable learning modality for them in the time of pandemic. Based on the survey conducted, most of our students use mobile phones and data for internet connection. And the survey also revealed that the students have novice to intermediate skills in using Google Classroom and most frequently use Facebook and Messenger as a means to communicate with their professors and classmates. And for faculty technology integration assessment, it showed that most of the faculty are still in the augmentation stage where they are able to use technology to substitute the conventional lectures, activities, and assessment with some of the functional enhancement in their instructional materials. In response to this, the college provided series of training and workshop for professional development of the teachers. And this includes designing and developing module that could be used by the students even for offline and asynchronous mode of learning. The module developed by the faculty are subjected to similarity check using Turnitin and under further evaluation for content validity. These are some of the modules prepared by our faculty members for technology majors and even for general education subjects. Aside from the development of module, one of the useful training conducted was the Train the Trainer flexible learning program, which started with the echo training from the CHED Continuity e-learning program facilitated by the Texas International Education Consortium trainers. The faculty members are able to share every Friday their experiences and challenges encountered in class and how they are able to resolve it. Also, some of the faculty are able to share their best practices in terms of communication, instruction, student engagement, assessment, and academic integrity.
Pero ang lagi ko binabanggit sa kanila, may karakter kayong ginagampanan pagdating sa bahay.
Punong-puno tayo ng human touch sa ating pagtuturo kahit po on ano tayo asynchronous learning.
At maganda itong simula, itong flexible learning group na ito para lalo nating kumbaga ma-strengthen yung ating community bilang mga educator.
In terms of communication, establishing online presence and building rapport among students are essential. This includes not only posting announcements and giving instructions, but also allowing the students to share their insights and experiences in a positive learning environment. This is to motivate them and appreciate them and be able to give a sense of belongingness despite of a distance learning setup. And we encourage teachers to also use Facebook social learning group, which is more accessible to students, and be able to align them into contents that is based on the format in their Google Classroom as well in their modules. So this provides various interaction tools such as posting prompt questions, sharing photos related to class discussions, and having quick polls on determining students' progress in the class. And as a faculty administrator, they can also view the class insights and even students' engagement. One of the struggles we encountered is monitoring student submissions. And since we are using Google Classroom, it does not have any feature showing the percentage of accomplishment for the course. So I use Google Sheets to create a progress tracker where my students could monitor if I have received or checked their submissions. In this regard, setting clear course outcomes and giving due dates for the course requirements are crucial to allow proper time management among the students. Also, giving reasonable considerations and giving feedback and appreciating students' work are also helpful to engage the students more in their learning progress. During one of our faculty sharing, the teachers have mentioned that they have become more creative and resourceful in using various online teaching techniques and strategies to encourage their students to participate and be able to use available materials at home. They also mentioned that they extended their time to conduct one-on-one demonstration and consultation and be able to create personalized video lessons. In fact, some of our faculty members created their YouTube channel to post their video lessons and tutorials in using different tools and technological applications, and also in posting their lectures for their class. One of the concerns regarding assessment is ensuring academic integrity. And so during class orientations, the teachers discuss the policies regarding any acts of academic dishonesties. And they also teach students on ways how to write ethically, such as giving proper attributions to the authors and content creator. One of the helpful application that I use and introduce to my students is the MyBib citation generator, which is a free add-on from Chrome and can create different academic referencing style as a Google extension. Also, the college invested in having Turnitin as a similarity checker tool, which allows the teachers to use in checking students' written works. The implementation of the flexible learning education has provided opportunities for faculty to explore various technological applications that they may use for instruction, and this allows them to collaborate with their peers and even with their students in having a quality teaching and learning experience. It has also opened the doors for borderless education, which allows us to reach experts and learners in different regions and even in other countries. We are able to build community among our students by providing opportunities for them to showcase their talents and skills virtually and be able to allow them in joining competitions and even providing webinars that is for the improvement of their mental health and well-being. Lastly, to sustain the flexible learning education in the college, we are taking strategic actions to provide innovative practices. And one of these is enhancing our class program by having innovative class sessions for undergraduate and graduate students. And this has received a positive feedback both from our faculty members and students, as this has lessened their load in accomplishing their course requirements for the semester. Then another strategy that we are doing is developing industry-based and demand-driven diploma program in partnership with TESDA and DepEd to realize the credit transfer, PQF, and skills development from senior high school to higher degree programs. And lastly, being able to provide a state-of-the-art facilities that could support laboratories and workshops for different technology courses is very crucial. And hopefully, we can accomplish this from the grants that we receive from Smart Campus and Campus Modernization Program. And we are able to support different programs and projects to be able to develop a future-ready, smart, and green technology college. And in conclusion, during our Train the Trainer program, the teachers were asked about their views on what is a successful online teachers. And they are able to share that aside from an effective instructional material and achieving the course objectives and learning outcomes, it is essential to be able to engage students in their learning progress actively and to be able to foster positive values and behavior among our students. So indeed, our situation has provided several opportunities for us educators to update, reskill, and upskill, which allows us to venture in a more inclusive and borderless education. Once again, thank you for this opportunity for allowing me to share our practices at MPC.